Hello and welcome to this Major League Division 2 match day number 2. We have a great lineup for you today. We have Leafy Side Celtic taking on AC Romana. We have CD Technicolin taking on CA Buenos Aires. And we have Tokyo SC taking on Schwarzwälder FV. Some great action in this Major League Division 2. I'm your host and play by play commentator, Patrick, and I am excited to bring you every single game today in this match day. We had a great match day 1 with some really good games, and we're looking like match day 2 is going to bring us that and more. So we'll wait until the games are ready to go, and we will get underway shortly. Thank you for joining us today. And we are going to go right into the Leafy Side Celtic FC taking on AC Romana. Leafy Side lost their opener, and so did AC Romana. Dobrik sitting up top for AC Romana. Kronos defending their net. Romana sitting in fourth. Leafy Side sitting in fifth based off of goal differential, but there's really not much of a difference in it right now. It's all going to come down to more games. Leafy Side with the kickoff. Hughes Galloway sends it over to Super Hoops. Super Hoops up the side. Sanji cut him off, but Super Hoops kind of bends around them. McTendy with it. Back over to Noseworthy. Noseworthy up to Hendry. Hendry back to Noseworthy. Noseworthy sends it over to Ball. Ball with it. Ball going up. Gagne marking. Sends it into Hughes Galloway. Tips it over to Caroline Medema. And we have a goal. If they were onside, they are looking at it. Quick score if it stands. And it's a goal. Medema holds their run. What a beautiful pass. Ball to Hughes Galloway. And Hughes Galloway first touch sends it right over to Medema. And Caroline Medema buries it for a 1-0 Leafy Side lead in the first minute of play. Ball in the corner for Leafy Side. Ball over top of it, sends it in. Headed, and it's in! Nyron Noseworthy. Goals in minute 1 and minute 3, and Noseworthy takes that corner from Ball and buries it past Kronos in net. What a beautiful set piece. Noseworthy goes over Van Eidenhoven and buries it. 2-0 Leafy Side. 5 minutes. It's a throw-in for Leafy Side. Super Hoops with it. Sends it over to Takahashi. Tries to get it up to Hughes Galloway, but that's going to be blocked. It's going to be a corner off of Phillip. Ball already has an assist off a corner over to Noseworthy. Sends it in. Headed out. Hughes Galloway's going to try to run this down, but it's going to go out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Leafy Side. Free kick. Super Hoops with it. Sends it into the box. Headed around. Headed down. And almost. Dybala's header just a little bit outside. What an action-packed first 3 minutes, and Leafy Side still keeping on pressure with a throw-in from Ball over to Dybala. Dybala's shot blocked. Sent out. Hendry gets to it. Sends it back up to Super Hoops. Super Hoops turns back to Hendry. And Dobrik takes that away to kind of take away the chance, but Hendry takes it back away. McTendy with it. Over to Noseworthy. Finds Ball. Ball set up the first one and second one. Dybala with it. Dybala at the line. Hughes Galloway fires, and it's over the bar. Hughes Galloway has shown that they have a cannon, and they're not afraid to use it. That one just goes over the bar. Romana looking to do something here. Down 2-0 early. Gagne with it over to Rivieras. Hughes Galloway takes that away. Hughes Galloway running. Gagne marking. Over to Dybala. Dybala spins. Dybala up. Dybala looking. Shot! And it's going to be a save by Kronos. It's going to lead to another Leafy side corner. Ball over top of this corner. Ball sends it in. Headed out. Hughes Galloway to it. Sends it right back in. Looking for ball, but that doesn't connect. Pedrillo comes down with it. Dobrik steps into Pedrillo, but Pedrillo gets it back. It's a throw in for Super Hoops. Hughes Galloway with it. Over to Hendry. Hendry over to McTendy. McTendy with it. Over to Noseworthy. Noseworthy. Over to Pedrillo. Sends it up to Ball. Ball with it. Ball trying to run, but Showman catches back up and takes it away. All the way back to Kronos. Kronos with the pass to Stausch. Back to Kronos. Kronos looking. Kronos sends it all the way up past midfield. Sanji gets a head on it, but Super Hoops is going to come down with it. Super Hoops for Leafy side sets it back up over to Ball. Ball now with it. Ball running. Ball finds Dybala. Dybala has a little bit of space. Rivieras marking. Sends it in. Medema can't get a good head on it. And it's going to go over the bar. Just a little bit behind Medema, so Medema couldn't get a great header on it. And it keeps the score 2-0 Leafy side. McTendy with it. Over to Super Hoops. Super Hoops with Sanji marking. Sanji's Super Hoops sends it in, headed, and it's over the bar. Simmon all the way to the 26th minute. Free kick for Dybala. Sends it into the box. Headed, and it's past Chicken McTendy. Gets their first goal of the season to make it a 3-0 Leafy side. What a good play by Dybala, sending that into the box, finding McTendy. McTendy marked by Stausch. Climbs over top. Hoppity can't get to it. Kronos can't get to it, and it goes right into the net for a 3-0 Leafy side, and they're still attacking. Been all Leafy side for the past 30, and Joseph Matthews Hendry with a rocket from outside of the box in the 28th, and Leafy side with a 4-0 lead. Hughes Galloway sends it to Ball, back to Hughes Galloway, who finds Hendry. Wad tries to close, just not fast enough. Hendry rockets past Kronos. 4-0 Leafy side. Rivieras of Romana throwing it in to Gagne. Over to Rivieras. Gagne. Over to Wad. Back to Rivieras. Rivieras with it. Sends it in the box, and that's an easy pickup by Lax. 33rd minute. 4-0. Leafy side. Super Hoops. Up the sideline. Finds Takahashi. Over to Hughes Galloway, taps it back to Super Hoops. Super Hoops running. Wad marking. Over to Hendry. Hendry already has one. Stepped in to clear it. That was a good defensive play to keep it 4-0 by AC Romana. Rivieras with another throw in for Romana. Over to Wad. Back to Stroman. Stroman in top of the box. Shot. And it's over the bar. Good save by Snorlax. Wad with it. On the corner. Then send it in. It's in. Headed out. Sanji's going to get to it. Sanji with it. Sanji turns. Pedrillo marking. Sends it out. Another step in. And that's off the flag, but it stays in. 39th minute. Noseworthy with free kick. Sends it up to Ball. Back to Noseworthy. Over to Ball. All the way back to Snorlax. Snorlax sends it all the way up past midfield. Header by Medema. Gets taken down by Hoppity. Hoppity sends it up to Sanji. Sanji over to Showman. Dybala takes it away. Ball with it. 40th minute here. Ball with it. Ball, one assist. Hughes Galloway, that's a second assist. Orla Hughes Galloway right in front of the keeper, and they bury it to make it 5-0 Leafy side in the 40th minute. It has been an exciting half for Leafy side. If you're a Romana fan, you are not happy. Hughes Galloway, what a great pass by Ball, and Hughes Galloway buries it. And we're going to get sent over to the key highlights function. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Ball sending it in. Ball looking for that third assist, and that's going to be brought down by Kronos. 2 minutes of stoppage time here. Kronos sends it up. Good kick by Kronos. Hughes Galloway heads it back. Padrillo comes down with it to Takahashi. Takahashi, heavy touch, takes away by Wad, but Super Hoops intercepts that pass. Over to Takahashi. Takahashi's taken away again. Hoppity with it. Hughes Galloway takes it away. Over to Padrillo. Tries to find Hughes Galloway. Hughes Galloway's on fine ball. It's been a ball show. Shot off the post. That could have been the greatest finish for Ball in the first half. Just an overall great first half by Ball. And that one was off the post. 16 shots for Leafy side, 6 on target, 5 goals, 1 shot for AC Romana, 1 on target, a 2.39 XG compared to a 0.26. Orla Hughes Galloway with 2 assists and a goal. I'm going to get some halftime subs and we'll be right back into it. And we're back underway. With the score being 5-0, it goes into key highlights only. Dobrik with a free kick sends it over to Rivieras. Rivieras shot, and that's a save by Snorlax, but it was offsides anyways. Free kick, or corner kick for Ball. Ball looking, Ball sends it in. Headed out, Hughes Galloway's going to come down with it. Gagne marking. Hughes Galloway beats them. Hughes Galloway looking in the box. Shot! And that's going to be a great save by Kronos. Another corner for Ball. Ball over top of it. Sends it in. And that's headed out of play. And it's going to be another corner. Ball over top of the other corner. Running side to side here for Ball. Sends it in. Headed back out. And we are looking at a penalty possibly. They're checking it. And it's a penalty. Medema getting a PK. Chef Gagne with a yellow card. Medema steps over top of this. Shot. Goal. 6-0 Leafy side. Carolyn Medema's second goal of the game. Second goal of the season. Just beats Kronos. Kronos guesses wrong. And it makes it a 6-0 Leafy side lead. Free kick for Dobrik of AC Romana. Sends it into the box. Snorlax sends it out. Riviera settles it at the top of the box. Gives it over to Hoppity. Hoppity back in the box, but Takahashi takes it away. Takahashi looking over to Snorlax. Snorlax back over. Headed down by Sanji. Takes it over to Hoppity. Now over to Wad. Wad sends it in to Showman. Sanji with a chance, and Sanji buries it. Blackleg Sanji with a goal. They are done check for offsides. And it's a goal. Sanji stayed onside. Great play by Wad attacking. Wad attacks. Gets it up to Showman. Showman finds Sanji on a perfect time run. And Sanji just beats Snorlax. And makes it a 6-1 game. Leafy side still in the lead. 12 minutes left of this game. 87th minute. Throw in for Leafy side. Gets it over to Padrillo. Up to Hendry. Hendry up to Dybala. Dybala spins. Over to Padrillo. Over to Ball. Over to Hendry. Back to Hughes Galloway. Over to Padrillo. Sends it up. Stausch takes it away. Rivieras. Over to Wad. Up to Hoppity. Now Romana attacking. Hoppity with it. Attacking. Trying to beat Takahashi. Sends it in the middle. Sanji. It finds Sanji off of a deflection. And Blackley Sanji buries it for their second of the game to make it a 6-2 game. Hoppity sends it in. It bounces off of Noseworthy right to Sanji's feet. And Sanji buries it. 88th minute goal. to make it 6-2. Over to Ball. Ball up to Dybala. Over to Padrillo. Hendry with it. Hendry looking. Hendry's on fine Super Hoops. Super Hoops up the side. Super Hoops sends it in. Tipped. And it's a goal. It was off of coin flip. So it'll be an own goal. Makes it 7-2. Leafy side. Really good run there by Super Hoops. Super Hoops finds the opening, sends it in. And Flip is just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Tips off of their foot and goes right into the net. 7-2. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Wad with it, trying to get it out. Sanji over Van Heidenhoven. Heidenhoven over to Rivieras. Rivieras with it. Rivieras looking. Rivieras sends it in the box off the post. Set cleared over to Medema. That was some tough defending by Leafy side. The post helped out a ton. Dybala with it. Gagne steps into that. It's going to be a corner. 7-2. Corner taken at the 92nd minute. Should be hearing the full-time whistle any minute now. Sent in. Headed, and it's over the bar. It's going to be another corner. And there's the game. 7-2. Leafy side wins. Goals by Carolyn Medema in the first minute, 64th minute. Nyron Nosey in the 3rd minute. Chicken McTendy in the 26th. Joseph Mathis Hendrys in the 28th. And Orla Hughes Galloway in the 40th. Blackleg Sanji with the 2 goals for AC Romana in the 78th and 59th. Orla Hughes Galloway is going to be the player of the match with a goal and 2 assists. Really good choice there. On the other side, Blackleg Sanji was the lone performer for AC Romana with 2 goals. That was a great battle-back win for Leafy side after their opening loss. And so now some promising feelings are going to be building in the Leafy side locker room after that game. AC Romana is going to be left asking a lot of questions on what to do next. Next up, we're going to have CD Tenochtitlan taking on CA Buenos Aires. All right, we're going to get set with the CD Tenochtitlan with their last game being a win. Patterson and Roger up front, Ball guarding the net. CA Buenos Aires also opened up the season with a win. Scott up front, Santoshi in net. A really good matchup here. We're looking at basically a 1-2 matchup early in this season. Both only 1 games played, so we're just looking for storylines at this point. Nothing set in stone as we go through this. Kickoff is going to be Buenos Aires kicking off. Criminal over to Santori. Santori with it, sends it in the box, and that's going to be a little bit wide. It's going to be a goal kick for Tenochtitlan. De Silva with a throw in. Over to Tut. Tut sends it back to Pinkman. Pinkman with it. Over to Elliott. Elliott up to Hannibal. Hannibal Armoros with it. Sends it back over to Pinkman. Pinkman back to Briere. Briere Stringen gets it over to Del Silva. Del Silva with it. Del Silva running. Criminal marking. Over to Patterson. Taken down in the box, but Blood Flame finds the loose ball and buries it. CDT with an early 1-0 lead. I don't know if that was a touch pass by Patterson or if it just completely misses Patterson. But Patterson's taken down. Loose ball goes right to Bloodflame. And Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame buries it to give CD Tanakalan a 1-0 lead in the 11th minute. We're sending past the 16th minute. Throw in over to Elliott. Back to Hannibal. Hannibal loses it to McNeil. Header into Bloodflame. Bloodflame back to Catino. Del Silva with it. Goods into Patterson. Bounces off Satoshi. Finds Hannibal. And that one bounces off of Satoshi. Catino over top of this corner. Sends it in. Headed back out, but Catino's going to get to it. Lets it go all the way out of play for a throw-in. 20th minute corner for Buenos Aires. Sends it over to McManus. McManus, the top box shot. Goal! Daryl McManus steps into that one and sends it well past ball on a rocket into the net to tie this up at 1 apiece. McManus all alone at the top of the box. Takes a touch, steps into it, and drills it into the net. Could ask for a little bit better marking if you were CD Tanakalan, but what a shot from Buenos Aires. Elliott with it. That pass is taken away, but it bounces back to him, and a shot goes wide. Satoshi stretches out for it, but it was wide. Throw in for Buenos Aires. Sends it over to Rivieras. Rivieras up to Scott. Scott with it. Shot. Big save. It's offsides anyways. Ball sends it up. Headed down. Comes down to Elliott. Over to Pinkman. Pinkman up to Hannibal. Hannibal back to Elliott. Over to Pinkman. Pinkman with it. Over to Hannibal. Hannibal sends it up. But Duck standing there. Duck back with it. Duck sends it back to Satoshi. Satoshi sends it up. And Satori comes down with that header running, and that's a huge block by Briere. That could have been in the net, but Briere blocks it. And now CD Tanakalan with it. Back to Briere, over to De Silva. De Silva back to Briere. Briere loses it to Scott. Scott's running. Scott shot, and it's a save by Ball. Bad turnover by Tanakalan. And CA Buenos Aires with a corner here. Sends it in. Top of the box. One-touch shot is wide. McManus didn't wait for it. Just shot. But if you're Buenos Aires, you're okay with them shooting after what they showed you on their first goal. Elliott. Back to Pinkman. Pinkman over to Briere. Briere up to Bloodflame. Over to De Silva. De Silva up to Patterson. Patterson running now. Scraper marking. Passed into Roger, and that shot is blocked. It's going to be a corner for CD Tanakalan. Elliott over top of it. 33rd minute. Elliott sends it in. Head, and it's grabbed down by Satoshi. Kicked off. 37th minute. Elliott comes down with that. Sends it up to Hannibal. Hannibal loses it. Sent up to Scott. Scott heads it down. Scott with a chance and another big save by Ball. Scott. Ball comes out just enough to deflect that shot to keep it 1-1. Over to McManus. Top of the box. Shot is saved. Another great shot by Hannibal. McManus. McManus still at the top of the box. McManus' shot is well over. And we're going into the 45th minute. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Sent into the box. Headed down by Tut. But Buenos Aires takes control of it. McNeil with it. McNeil up the sideline. McNeil still with it. Tut marking. Sent into the box. Kind of a weird deflection, and it lands at Scott's feet, and Scott buries it. 2-1. Buenos Aires with a goal right before the end of the half. You're going to see this. This cross bounces off of Tut, comes right down at the feet of Scott. Nobody else could really read it. Scott had the best read on it, And they bury it. What a great goal by Scott. And great run. 2-1 Buenos Aires at the end of the first half. 7 shots for CD Tenoctitlan, 4 on target, 9 shots for CA Buenos Aires, 4 on target. XG 1.51 for CDT, 1.1 for Buenos Aires. I'll be honest, Buenos Aires' finish to that half was way, way stronger, and there was a lot more chances for them towards that end. But CD Tenoctitlan has been playing good, and you can't mark them out. Second half kickoff. CD Tenoctitlan, De Silva with it. Spins. Loses it. Scott with it, but Briere takes it away from Scott's heavy touch. Now we're simming. Seth McNeil was booked in the 50th. Hannibal Armaris was booked in the 48th. Header comes down to Cantino, gets it over to Briere, back over to De Silva. De Silva on a yellow card as well. Been on it for a while. Just now announcing it, though. Cantino over to De Silva. De Silva looking for some space. Beats Criminal. Sends it into the box. Headed. And it's just over the bar. What a great play by De Silva. Just the finish wasn't there on that. McManus corrals it for Buenos Aires over to Ruben. Ruben back to McNeil. McNeil over to Duck. Duck over to Lorenzo. CD Tenoctitlan takes away. Blood Flame with it. Blood Flame, heavy touch. And Skyscraper sends it out of play. But they're going to check on a penalty. I didn't see contact. But Blood Flame is down, and that was a really weird touch by them. We're going to get the announcement here. No penalty. I didn't see any touch. 65th minute now. Cantina over this corner for CD Tenoctitlan, sends it in. Headed back out by Scraper, over to Elliott. Elliott with it, sends it back to Cantina, over to Tut. Tut at the top of the box. Loses it. Santori gets it, but overruns it over to Cantino. Up to Hannibal, over to Elliott. Elliott finds Roger. Roger running. Roger buries it to tie it up. Second goal of the season. Beautiful pass by Johnny Elliott to find Roger. And it was a great counterattack from CD Tenoctitlan. Pinkman up to Hannibal, over to Elliott. Elliott sees Roger's run, gets past Duck, and sends it past Santoshi to make it 2-2. '72nd minute, sends it into Hannibal. CDT with it, Tut. Over to Pinkman. Pinkman over to Elliott. Elliott over to Tut. Heavy touch. Scott takes it away. Rivers with it. Rivers running up the sideline. Rivers stops. Hannibal takes it away. Tut over to Pinkman. Pinkman sends it wide to De Silva, who heads it to Blood Flame. Blood Flame corrals it over to Briere. Briere up to De Silva. De Silva beats Santori. De Silva tried to beat Criminal, but Criminal still marking. Sends it into the box. Roger. And that is headed out by Buenos Aires, but Hannibal has it over to Tut. Cantina, one touch to Blood Flame, and that shot is saved. It's going to be a CD Tenoctitlan corner. Elliott over top of this corner. 74th minute. Elliott sends it in. Headed out. Scraper with it. And that's going to send it out, and nothing comes of that. Coming up on 10 minutes left. Blood Flame. De Silva gets it back. Cantino over to Briere. Briere over to Pinkman. Pinkman looking. Pinkman sending it up to Elliott. Elliott looking to beat Ruben. Ruben marking. Elliott sends it in and headed, and it's over the bar. 2-2. Corner for Ruben. Ruben finds McManus. Shot! And it's saved by Ball. McManus is making a living at the top of the box on those shots. Ruben over this corner. Probably didn't go to McManus, and they do. McManus shot, another save by Ball. McManus still standing at the top of the box. Hannibal comes out to mark him. Rubin sends it into the box now. Headed out. Santori comes with it. Santori with it. Santori's heavy touch, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. 85th minute, Bloodflame with it. Back to De Silva. De Silva back to Briere. Briere up to Tut. Tut looking for Hannibal. Hannibal on the run. Gets to it. Finds Elliott. Elliott in the box. Elliott sends it in, and that's a big save. And it's going to be a throw-in for CD Tanakalin in their own end. And now we're going into the 88th minute. Corner for Rubin. McManus unguarded. Sends it up to McManus. Back over to Rubin. Cantino closed that down. Sends it back to McManus. Finds Santori. And that shot is blocked. It's going to be another corner for Buenos Aires. Rubin over top of this. Let's see how they play it. Sends it out to McManus all alone. McManus steps into it. Shot. Bouncing around. And it's going to be offsides. Oh, that was a heart stopper if you're CDT. Buenos Aires throws it in over to De Silva. Cantino, we're in the final 3 minutes of stoppage time, and that is full time, and we finish 2-2. Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame started scoring in the 11th minute. Daryl McManus answered. Sterling Scott took the lead for Buenos Aires right before halftime, and Roger tied it up in the 66th minute. What a great game by both of these teams. Player of the match is going to be Johnny Elliott with 1 assist, an 8.5 match rating. Was all over the place for CD Tanakalin. .8 match rating for Daryl McManus, who had a lot of chances at the top of the box. 9 shots. CD Tanakalin and CA Buenos Aires tie 2-2. Now we're going to go into our last match of this match day 2 for Major League Division 2 of the SSL, and it's going to be Tokyo SC taking on Schwarzwälder FV. I'll be right back with that announcement. And we're about to get ready for the last match of this match day. It's going to be Tokyo SC taking on Schwarzwälder. Tokyo SC with a win in their opener. No face up front for them. Wolf in the net. On the other side, Schwarzwälder with an opening loss. Machado up front. Williams in the net. See the standings as they stand right now. Tokyo SC looking to jump into that first spot if they can get a win. Schwarzwälder looking for their first win. Machado kicks it off to Summers. And Schwarzwälder's going to start with the ball. Up to Stain, back to Kilgannon. Kilgannon with it. Sends it back to the goalie. Williams with it. Williams with it at his feet. Sends it long. And now we're off to Simic. Five minutes in, Herrera with a corner kick for Tokyo SC. Going to send it in. Headed, and it's just over top. Tipped by Williams to keep it scoreless so far. Herrera back on the same corner. Sending it back in. Headed, bouncing around. Tapaziti gets it out. Over to Bobby. Bobby of Tokyo with it. Lee loses it. And we're back to Simi. Beakley Eilish gets booked in the 8th minute, and we've had a quiet first 10 minutes. 15 minutes in. Madison over top of this one. Sends it in. Sinclair gets down to it, shoots it. It bounces off the goalkeeper. Tepaziti with it, and nothing comes of that play. Ron Flex with a yellow card, and Kilo Zoldyck Jr. goes down. So Tokyo Super Sub coming in for the injured Zoldyck Jr. Ron Flex on the corner for Tokyo. Sends it in. Headed out. Ron Flex down with Bobby. Shot, and it's a big save by the outstretched Williams to keep it 0-0. Herrera on the other corner. Herrera sends it in. Herrera keeps the ball, sends it to Billy Bobby. Billy Bobby down with it in the box, and Billy Bobby bears it. First goal of the season for Billy Bobby to give Tokyo SC an early 1-0 lead. In the 24th minute, Herrera sends it in, gets it back, finds Billy Bobby running. Nobody's able to close in on them fast enough. They shoot, find the post and in. And it's a 1-0 Tokyo SC lead. Schwartzwalder looking to get it out of their own end. Herrera comes down with it. Ron Flex to Ramirez. Ramirez looking, sends it over to Eilish. Eilish with it over to Herrera. Herrera sends it into the box, headed down. Clark comes down with it, and Leah Slotherson finds the ball and buries it to possibly make it 2-0. Going to get a look at it, and it's a goal. Eilish sends it over to Herrera. Herrera sends it in the box. It's headed off his Stain. I think that No Face passes it back to Slotherson, and it goes in. 2-0. Ron Flex with it. On this corner, sends it in. Headed over the bar by Lee. 2-0 Tokyo SC with goals in the 24th and 26th minute. After kind of a quiet start, Tokyo SC is a top favorite in this Division 2 league. 3 minutes of stoppage time. We go right into halftime. 2-0. 9 shots on target. 9 shots for Tokyo. 6 on target. 1 shot for Schwartzwalder. 1 on target. XG 1.2 to 0.06. Not much going for Schwartzwalder. It's been all of Tokyo SC. As a Tokyo SC fan, you're breathing a sigh of relief that the Zoldyck Jr. injury didn't kill you and that they've played stronger out of it. If you're Schwartzwalder, you're just wanting something. You're wanting some action to start going your way. Slotherson with the kickoff up to Ramos. Ramos back to Ramirez. Ramirez with it. And we're going to get into the simming. 49th minute. Sends it in over to Stain. Up to Tepaziti. Tepaziti over to Stain. Stain sends it up to Tepaziti. Tepaziti over to Stain, but it's intercepted. Sent back out. Kilgannon gets the loose ball. Kilgannon sends it up, but that's taken away by Slotherson. Slotherson's back to Billy Bobby. Billy Bobby with it over to No Face. No Face shot, and it's a save by Williams. What a counterattack by Tokyo SC. Now Herrera on this corner. Herrera sends it in. Headed, and it's another save. Lee heads it, and Williams saves it. Ron Flex on this corner. Sends it in, headed. Ron Flex is going to let it go out of play for a throw-in. Out of touch. Herrera over top of this one. Herrera sends it in. Headed. Herrera comes back with it, sends it into the box, and Schwartzwalder is there to clear it. Herrera gets the loose ball up to Super Sub, over to Lee, over to Bobby. Bobby back to Lee. Lee over to Ramos, over to Super Sub. Super Sub shoots and scores off of a beautiful pass by Slotherson. Super Sub makes it 3-0 over Schwartzwalder FV. Lee over to Bobby. Bobby turns, gives it back to Lee. Lee finds Ramos over to Slotherson. One touch over to Sub, and Sub beats Williams to the far side of the net. 56-minute goal. And we're at 3-0. Tokyo SC. Stain with a corner for Schwartzwalder. Stain over top of this. Sends it in. Heading around, Xavier down. Back over to Stain. Stain over to Xavier. Shot. Cornered in. Headed down. And that's going to be wide. And it's going to be a goal kick for Tokyo SC. '66 minutes. Stain with another corner opportunity for Schwartzwalder. Stain over top of this. Sends it in. Headed around. Kilgannon back to Tepazidi. Shot is wide. But it was blocked off of somebody. Face. It was off of Face. So Stain's going to get another corner. 68th minute. Stain running up on it. Sends it in. Xavier back to Stain. Stain sends it into the box again. Finds Sinclair at the edge of the box, but Sinclair has to adjust. Over to Summers. That's taken away by Slothenson. Slothenson's no to run, but that's a heavy touch, and Sinclair takes it back over to Kilgannon. We're 20 minutes left in this game. Tokyo SC with a commanding 3-0 lead. Super Sub gets a yellow card for Tokyo SC. Sinclair back to Xavier. Xavier all the way back to Williams. Up to Kilgannon. Kilgannon looking. Kilgannon looking. Super Sub heads that down. Madison gets to it. Madison with it. Madison sends it into Sinclair. Sinclair turns. Sinclair back. And Ron Flex takes that one away. Ron Flex now with it. Sends it over to Super Sub. Over to Premierius. Over to Lee. Lee with it. Lee all the way back to Wolf. Wolf. Over to Super Sub. Super Sub comes down with it. Super Sub sends it up to Ramos. Ramos up. Ramos running. Power marking. Cade Power on the mark. Ramos with it. Ramos sends it into the box. It's deflected all the way out. Lee with it. Over to Super Sub. Super Sub shot is wide. 78th minute. Eilish with it. Tokyo SC completely controlling most of this game. Not much on the Schwartzwalder side. A couple corners, but that didn't go to anything. Slothenson over to Herrera. Herrera in the box. Taken away by Schwartzwalder. Sent up to Machado. Machado back to Summers. Over to Power. Power sends it up to... But it's intercepted by Super Sub. Super Sub with it. Ron Flex back to Eilish. Eilish over to Lee. Lee sends it in. No face. Shot! And Williams keeps it out of the net in the 80th minute. Great shot by No Face. Herrera with it now. Herrera sends it into the box. Headed out. Billy Bobby with it. Billy Bobby circles. Billy Bobby intercepted by Tepaziti. Tepaziti sends it up to Machado. Machado looking. Machado sends it back. And we're back to simming now. 87th minute, Premieris sends it up to Slothenson over to Billy Bobby. Billy Bobby back to Premieris. Premieris up to Ron Flex over to Super Sub. Back to Premieris over to Super Sub. And this is going to go all the way back to Wolf. Wolf up to Eilish. Eilish up to Lee. Lee over to Bobby. Heavy touch. Tepaziti comes away with it. Tepaziti turns, finds Power. Power finds Tepaziti. Tepaziti with it. Chance for Schwartzwalder, and that is out off of Eilish, I believe. So it's a corner from Madison of Schwartzwalder. Madison over top of this ball. Sends it in. Headed out. Machado's going to win the race to it, and nothing comes of it. We're going to get 2 minutes of stoppage time minimum, and we've raced through the first minute. We've almost raced through the second minute, staying over top of this corner. The 2-minute minimum has ended. Sends it in. Headed out. Tepaziti with it. Tepaziti looking. Sends it in to Summers. Summers with it. Over to Stain. Stain back to Xavier. And there's the full-time whistle. 3-0. Tokyo SC wins. Billy Bobby opens it up. Leah Slothenson scores next. And Tokyo Super Sub scores in the 56th minute after coming on for an injured Zoldyck Jr. Not much to say on the Schwartzwalder side. They had some opportunities with corners, but nothing dangerous. Player of the match is Billy Bobby with a goal and assist with an 8.4 match rating. Or 8.8 match rating, sorry. Leah Slotherson with a goal and assist as well. Those are the stats for Schwartzwalder. Best player was 6.9 Matthias Xavier. Not much else going on that. I'll get into the final wrap up here in just a second. And there you have it. The final scores of today's games. Leafy side wins 7-2 over AC Romana. CD Technical and CA Buenos Aires 2-2 draw. And then Tokyo SC beats Schwartzwalder FV 3-0. Tokyo SC takes the top spot, sitting in first with 2 wins and a positive 5 goal differential. CDT and CA Buenos Aires tied in second with 4 points, and Leafy side moves up to fourth. Romana drops all the way down to 6 based on goal differential. 7 minus 7 on the goal differential, and Schwartzwalder with a -6. Thank you for tuning in to today's SSL Second Division Major Matchday 2. I appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great day. I'm Patrick, and I love you guys, and there's nothing you can do about it. Goodbye.